Oh, uh, welcome to Shyzalosophy 101. Here's your host, Shyzalops. They love me. Oh, they love me. Get out of here. And the horse you rode in on. Well, welcome once, welcome all. What do we got going on today? We don't know yet. I mean, a fantastic show. The big JC in the house. Sisters. That's what we got going on today. Sisters. The big JC. Good to see ya. As always, hopefully you've been drinking from the skulls of your enemies this morning. As we know we do. Excellent. Fantastic. All right. Well, we have got something, believe you me, we've spent hours planning out and putting work into. Lots of time, anyhow. That's right. We're talking music today. You might be saying, whoa. You can't talk music without talking Halloween music, obviously. Not if you're talking Halloween music, which is what we meant to kind of lead with. So that's what we're doing. We're talking Halloween music. And then you might be saying, whoa. You can't talk Halloween music without clocking in first. You're right. We should have done that. Hold on. Hey, management. Clock us in. We were here like an hour ago. Excellent. All right. Now that that's settled, you can't talk Halloween music without talking the Sanderson of the sisters, right? No. Of course not. Because hocus pocus, Joker's ride. Come take a spin on this carny ride. No, the Sanderson sisters were promised. And the Sanderson sisters shall be delivered. Sisters, that's right. We are talking Halloween music, and you can't talk Halloween music without the epitome of the great Halloween greatness that is the Sanderson sisters. You might know a little movie called Hocus Pocus. Of course you do. It's because it's fantastic. But there is the lesser known Hocus Pocus 2, all right? Now, Hocus Pocus 2, not as accepted, right? That's right. We don't like that. It's not as accepted either, Internet. That's why. Hold on. Trying to have a show. Ones of chat coming in. Messy moment no. Mucho loco. That's right. Este show es muy loco. Not only that. Tenemos música hoy, pero no es música de regular. Es música de Halloween. Fantastic. All right. Now, we're talking music, we're talking Halloween, we're talking Halloween music. And as we said, the Sanderson sisters lead the way in a little movie we like to call Hocus of the Pocus, right? Now, Hocus Pocus and Hocus Pocus 2, like we said, which got the little bit of negative connotation to it. It's Pocus with a K, U.S., but good try. The Z on the end does make it sound more tough. It's why we always want to sound more tough, believe you me. You get caught up in a little meme thumbnail of yourself holding stuffed animals. Doesn't look that great. No, not tough at all. So the Z makes it tougher. But what makes it tougher is these ones of chat coming in, preventing us from talking about Halloween music. So, Halloween music, Hocus Pocus, they put on a concert to not only cast a spell, but to make one of the most cinematic, great Halloween musical endeavors known to film in Hocus Pocus. Obviously, when they're having their costume contest party ball, and the kids are chasing the witches, and they get caught up, and they get on stage, and they think it's over with. But no. The Sanderson sisters have a plan and a way to get out of the trouble. That's right. If they didn't, there wouldn't be a Hocus Pocus 2, right? Or, I don't know, the first one was kind of wrapped up, and they're like, hey, here's more. Okay? And believe you me, we're not complaining. That's right. Hey, good job, Internet. We're on the same side today. Well, don't worry about it, Internet. You gonna play some b-ball after this, my Irish brother? Well, no. Anyhow, the Sanderson sisters, they... No, what gives you that idea? Does it look like we athletically do stuff after we get off of work? What kind of question is that? Are we going to play b-ball, what, on the Xbox? No, we canceled our Game Pass. They raised the price. They're raising their prices on stuff. We're failing our endeavors. We got to lower the price on shit. We got our Kickstarter. It was more expensive. Now it's cheap, 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 cheap. So we got to sell this shit. Go to Kickstarter. Buy it. Please. No way. We don't want your stuff. Hey. It's not nice, Internet. Cool wristbands. Oh, for b-ball. No, 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 no. And a headband. At our age, you have to be ready at any waking moment. Okay, now this is important. Okay. You have to be ready at any waking moment to pick up a game of pickleball. That's right. So, pickleball is the correct answer. Sorry for the confusion. Yes, no, these are strictly so that the rackets don't get the sweat going down your wrist upon the connection of the racket with the ball. At our ages, when you get to our ages, if you're at those ages, the sweat can loosen your grip. Not good for pickleball. Oh, yes, so this is pickleball attire, which at our age, you have to be ready to pick up a game of at any waking moment. So, believe you me, that's what that is. Excellent. All right, what else are we missing? I'm 36.5. I get it. Excellent. 36.5. How tall is that? I don't know. Let's see. All right. If you are 36.5 inches tall, as you state, then, no, you're not that tall. I mean, we got, 36 here. So if you're on the ground, you're about, okay, so you would come up to about, you would stand at about our waist. You must be, fine. Everyone's vertically challenged at some point or time. So if you're 36.5 inches tall, which we presume is what you're saying, you could trick-or-treating for your entire life, dude. That's fantastic. Well, all right, excellent. Where were we? Yes, were we? Did we peddle our wares yet? Excellent, I guess we did. All right, let's move on. We must have mentioned our new internet journal that's out. Hey, well, it is. It's on Amazon.com. You guys are jerks, Internet. Where were we? Years old, dweebus. Yes, you hear that, you dweebs? He wasn't talking about height. He was talking about how old he was. Obviously, we knew that. Let's reset real quick. Get recentered. Takes 3 times. Excellent. All right. Dweebus is, Alex, we can call you Alex, right? Of course. A-Dog. The problem is that you got these dweebuses on the internet running around acting like they know what's up, okay? Not the case. Obviously, they misconstrue stuff all the time. You get ones of chats coming in, and you would think that, no, dude, it's your fault. You're the one who segued into an entire segment pertaining to height when I was merely stating my age. And you might be saying, like, well, obviously, yes, one could say that's what happened because it is, but if we were to put it that way, then we wouldn't have found a way to manipulate an extra 2 minutes worth of content out of one comment. Excellent. That's how the internet works. You get crap. Bow. This show sucks. Hey. I thought it was funny. I gotcha. Well, excellent. We knew that we would get ones of you to laugh. Well, it sounds like a whole crowd there, but let's be honest, A-Dog. We can call you A-Dog, right? Of course we can, Alex. So, Alex, the point is that, we knew that we would sucker at least one backer, one sucker into going to our Kickstarter. So, we hope you have friends that read. Send them the link. You don't got to buy it yourself. Make them buy it. Start sending this shit out. We got to sell some books. If we don't, damn it. All right, anyhow, where were we? Ah, yes, music and Halloween. We segued. We stopped cuddling our Sanderson sisters, which we should have not. Apologies. We know that's why all ones of you are here. Hi, Mom. Anyhow, excellent. Let us continue with Halloween music. You got the regulars. You got, the Sanderson sisters. Get the fuck out of here. You stuffed animals. An adult show here. Ready for a game of pickleball any minute. But now, I'm good on your team. Never played a full game. But believe you me, if we did, we'd probably be pretty good. That's what we think. Anyhow, we drink from the skulls of our enemies at many an endeavor. We tell you that, Alex? Huh? Hey, dog? Yep. I ain't sure what I would be buying, but I think you're cool. I like your personality. Excellent. Well, we didn't know you were going to be joking on us this whole time. Oh, but that's what the internet wants, right, internet? That's right. Make fun of the streamer. Oh, we sell... we were about to say crap. We meant books. We sell books. Now, they're available on Amazon.com. You can go there. You got to type Shyzalosophy books and search them up. And we're not going to list like 12 titles of books in the description. It would take too long, and that's like work. We don't like to do that a lot. But believe you me, A-Dog, we can call you A-Dog, right? All right, so Alex, believe you me, we're not going to put like 12 links in the chat. Okay? So we got the Kickstarter where you can get a signed copy of a book and a custom 3D printed button that says shite, if you want. Now, most people, of course, don't want the book. Yeah, that's true. So it's a signed copy. You just re-gift that, okay? And you get to keep the custom 3D printed button for yourself. No one likes to get a gift for someone else without getting a gift for themselves. And believe you me, all of these gifts, they keep on giving. To us, fractions of cents and change at a time. Okay? Even if you buy a book on Amazon, believe you me, you might be like, dude, this asshole's charging $5 for a book. We're charging $5 for a book. We don't see that shit. No. You got to pay the publisher. It's all printing costs. You think good old Shyzalosophy is making out big? Does it look like we're making out big? We can't sell our stack of books. We got a Kickstarter, and we constantly have to. Well, try and get that shit kickstarted, ironically. I guess that's how it works. Well, most Kickstarters, though, they're like, hey, give us money, and we will do that, right? Not us. We do that shit first. It's done. It's guaranteed. It's locked and loaded, ready to go. Just not signed yet. Believe you me, we can do that. That's the kind of work that we can squeeze into not working, right? Easy enough. Anyhow, where were we? Ah, yes, ones of chat. Hold on, we're getting behind here. From the ground up. Excellent. Good to see everyone. Southeast living. There's a way you can get in touch with locally grown and sourced operations for food for your consumption and your well-being. And believe you me, if you look for the right places, there's some great products available. Excellent. Stop talking about your books then. Well, fair enough. Excellent. Where else were we? I prefer meth crack's a waste of time, money. Excellent. I don't know. We can't afford either of them, so why try? All right, recommendation. Kettle Cadaver, Pumpkin Man. What's your book about? Well, you have to be a little more specific. Okay, hold on. We're overlapping. That's our apologies. The big JC, apologies. He's trying to get back on the topic of music, and he says bust out the Sanderson sisters and stay on point. We got a chance to peddle our wares real quick. Blame Alex. Sorry, Alex. It's the internet. Well, you asked the question. We're going to focus on that for a minute. No, don't. Now we're going to. This book that is available, the signed copy that's currently available, because we'll do other endeavors and stuff on that, is how we are maintaining the ability to, keep the show free. Well, it's free because it sucks. Whatever. Debatable. You would win. This one is an advanced monographing, in philosophy of a term that's very archaic from philosophers that went and died before they could get their works out. That's right. Damn dead philosophers. How dare you not finish your life's work before you died? So anyhow, we picked up, what we perceive to be, a thing on that. We monographed ancient, archaic, philosophical term from pre-Socratic, era and whatnot. Believe it or not, too, don't ask AI about it. AI's stupid, okay? Now, don't get me wrong. AI is very extremely smart, but AI is dumb as shit, okay? That's right. Thank you. AI is stupid. They don't know what the fuck a lectin is, okay? Like a lot of people. So if you care about ancient, old, archaic meta philosophy, well, that's what that one's about. We also have a couple endeavors. Now this one, Amazon don't like. It's somehow available some way, shape, or form, but it's not really. This Fire and Brimstone, this is shortly behind Fire and Brimstone. Not for everyone, okay? Now we also have a variety of literary works. We got a new journal that's out. Yes, an officially endorsed journal. Costs $13.14, we believe, or $14.13. We don't know. It's one of those. You go to Amazon, Shyzalosophy books, right? But now, journal, you can buy one. No way, dude. No, whatever. But we got quick lunch note series, great for stocking stuffers. But, we got all sorts of random books. There's like 12 or 13 books that we got. One of them's a journal, which isn't really a book, but it's a way to support the channel. Well, whatever you asked. Back to music. So, Kettle Cadaver. Now, we're going to be honest, the Big JC, we have not listened to a lot of Kettle Cadaver. And now, we've heard some over the years, but we've never dove straight in, okay? When we were first, obviously, lining up and doing so much work coming out with what this episode was about. Hold on. Management's calling. They think they know how to run the place. What do you want? We're doing the show. Uh-huh. Well, that's dumb. That's a waste of time. What a stupid management decision. Stupid management. Clock in when you get to work. That's why I called you. Anyhow, the point is that, where were we? Ah, yes, music. When we were doing all the work to line it up, we were going along the realms of the most known of the known. The stuff that's so repetitious, right? So kind of done and done again. That's right. Now, great songs. Okay, sure. Great songs. Michael Jackson, anyone heard of him? Well, what's that one big Halloween song everyone puts out? No one puts it out. It's already out. Everyone puts on. If you answered before that, you're wrong. That's right. Thriller, if you answered the right question, which you probably didn't. Stop answering before the question's given correctly. Hey, that's what gets everyone wrong in life, mostly. No, it doesn't matter. Thriller, Monster Mash, all that stuff, right? The kind of typical endeavors. So it's awesome that there's, the kind of pointing out of more recent endeavors, okay, that, might even be a few couple years old, even a decade or two old, which is still newer than the aforementioned stuff. You look at, Purple People Eater, exactly, random pipe player. You lay those pipes, we'll lay those tracks. Get out of here. And hopefully someone will lay their fingers on that hyperlink to the Kickstarter and buy some shit from us. Doesn't matter. Well, it does. It doesn't matter. The point is that, hold on, random pipe layer, you done laid some pipe over everyone else's comments, and we focused on that ones over the other ones. HBO adaptations of your books. Oh, hell no. The only HBO adaptation of our book is going to be this one after we're well past this world in life, when they're like, this dude was off his rocker. Hey, now this is Fire and Brimstone stuff, okay? Now, you'd be like, oh, Shyzalosophy, what's that about? No. This is a monographing of sort, okay? Now, it's a partial, because the first entire monographing, okay, of our philosophical practice, Shyzalosophy. Okay? Everyone can have one. Everyone should have one. Everyone probably does have one. They might not even know they have one. Everyone operates on their own philosophical practices or ideologies. Some of them are mainstream. Okay, you got stuff like, as of recent, continental philosophy and all that, that merge stuff, and 19th, 20th century, all that. Okay, all right. We're kind of more modern than that, okay? We added technology to philosophy. Look at our glowing glasses, okay? Not a lot of, philosophers would venture and be like, oh, how brazen of you, how daring of you to risk your professional career by looking silly, okay? By playing games, okay? By writing crappy books. Hey, that's what the philosophy is. Nah, fair enough. We didn't say they were good books. That's why you re-gift them. You buy them and give them to someone else, or you go to Kindle Unlimited, read them on there, or don't read them, just scroll past. We get like 0.004 cents a page, okay? Oh, Shyzabox, you're loading up. That's right. We can't wait to get these fractions of cents at a time. You don't even have to read the books yourself. You can just kind of scroll through, give it to a kid. Let them scroll through it. Hell, we got a kid book on there our buddy wrote and gave the storyline to us and such. We got one of those up there. He's got another one in the works. We'll probably put that out too. We got a variety of books and works. That's how we fund this channel and keep it fun and free. It should be free anyway. No, it is. But, alas, Tune Rockwell, someone's watching me. Yeah, absolutely. Classics. Michael Jackson sings the chorus. Of course he does. Your philosophies on dead philosophers' philosophies, chopped and screwed editions. No. No, no, no. Alex. We can call you Alex, right? Of course we can. A-Dog. A-Dog. Our philosophy is Shyzalosophy. This book contains an advanced philosophical ideology. It's not, that's a bad way to put that. Okay? It's an advanced, archaic term, okay? Don't go ideology, say term, from old dead philosophers. It was a dead-end study, okay? One of those Wikipedia red words, okay? That had no answer to it, no nothing to it, okay? Now, we wrote in our little article, this book necessitates the length of an article, and we wrote which, and we gave it to Wikipedia, and we said, hey, you don't have these old dead philosopher stuff here. Here you go. Here's some viable uses thereof. And they're like, well, no, no, no. You got to do the whole academia thing. You got to do the whole peer review thing. You got to get the whole put it in a journal thing. And we're like, well, no, that's dumb. There's no schools that offer it. And then we take that back. There's one school that offers a doctorate level degree in cosmological philosophy, and it's way out in California, and we'll be damned if we're going to uproot, spend $250,000, go in to chase a piece of paper to get someone to teach us that of which we literally wrote the fucking book on, okay? We're philosophers. So we'll do the uphill battle, we'll self-publish, we'll get laughed at, we'll get scolded at for our typos and our mistakes from having done the writing, the proofreading, the layout, the submission process, okay, the self-publication, all right? Every single component and area of it, is strictly our hand. Therefore, because it's our hand, mistakes shall be here and there throughout. Okay? That first edition now, we've caught some typos that we could have sworn we had caught all of, but we'll be damned. There's some in there. Okay? There's no proofreaders, no nothing. All right? Our philosophy itself has nothing to do with this book, with the exception of why this book exists. Okay? Our philosophy stems from our old punk rock roots. Okay? We will take a stone or a hurdle that's in our way, obliterate the ever-living shit out of it, move it the fuck out of the way, step over it, crush it beneath us, walk around it, climb over it, dig a hole under it to get to the other side of which it blocks. when that comes down to knowledge or anything like that, will be damned if academia or Wikipedia or an academically cited and accredited journal is going to put a paywall between that of information which should be free to all. Why are you charging for your book? No! Oh. Excellent point. Because we get to. Because we did the work. That's why. Now, you might be saying, no one wants it. Well, obviously, that's why we wrote other books. Jeez. You know, you can get some of these. Now. All right, let's check in at least once a chat. We segued enough. Hopefully that answered your question. Oh, it probably didn't. Our philosophy, though, is Shyzalosophy, separate philosophy from, just a monographing of a term. With old dead philosopher terms that they stopped, doing stuff with, which we hypothesize and theorize. It was a universally known, kind of thing. So therefore, it didn't need to be recorded, and or if it was recorded, obviously lost to the sands of times. You find an old archaic ancient manuscript, which we love looking at and reading at and all sorts of stuff like that. You go to the Nag Hammadi text findings and Dead Sea Scrolls and all that fun, good stuff. We love that old ancient stuff. All of the Göbekli Tepe hoopla and, this, that, and the other. Fantastic. We love looking at it. Old, ancient, dead, religions and philosophies and languages and written words, right up our alley. Old, dusty, dirty books. Okay? Our philosophy itself, Shyzalosophy, is different. Okay? That's how we maintain ourselves. Okay, that's the standards and things that we adhere to. Okay, that everyone adheres to in their own personal lives. Okay, we happen to have a name for ours because as philosophers, we know how to verbalize and vocalize such, or at least attempt to. Okay, we might not do it perfectly. We might not do it to the point. Okay, thereof. Now anyone can pick up one's philosophy. Anyone can adapt one's philosophy to their own, essence and being. The essence. Oh, back to music. Wow. We take it. That's a band that you're talking about. But let's catch up. That's what you said. Well, of course, Alex, you said it best. Whatever it was. I see the title. I wanted to know what's in it. Which one? The Delectable? That's the lectin. Lines of Change, Line in the Sand, that's the... they don't like it. Fire and Brimstone, not for everyone. You don't like Jesus. You're not going to like that book. Or Bless Me, Father, for I will sin. You probably wouldn't like that one either. You might. I don't know. You might get a laugh out of either one. Doesn't matter. Oh, the Essenes and Dead Sea Scrolls. Oh, sure. Yes. Is there another term for, we don't got our hoopla right here. Is there another reference for the Essenes as far as where the contact point on that would be? Another, I guess, synonym for it as well would be handy. But yes, in theory, surely we have come across that one if it pertains to, or if it is in those findings, we've come across it or probably, are in it. We're in right now. We've been delving through all the Apocrypha texts, okay? So mostly all the Nag Hammadi as of late. Currently, we are on a furtherance reading of the entire Book of Jubilees, which, 51 complete, chapters in that one, or 50 chapters in that one. And we got the old Apocrypha, on it with the old, spellings and writings and stuff like that. And that's been our bag baby for the last, short endeavor on that ever since we got done with we've been reading all sorts of stuff. But it doesn't matter. We'll definitely keep that one on the list to look at. Anyhow, the point is that to get back to the form and function of Halloween, okay, and Halloween music, you have music, okay, that just like old, songs of the past, okay, all of your Monster Mashes, all of your Purple People Eaters, your Thrillers with the Michael of the Jacksons, okay, all fantastic tracks that do have their place being played, but you really need to look externally elsewhere to your, the Kettle Cadaver, all right, and as we missed the Big JC's comment there, okay, it's an example of when someone burns twice as bright, also burns half as long. That's some very philosophical stuff there. Burning twice as bright, half as long, right? Might be saying, yeah, that's why you peaked years ago. Now, probably. That's why we're kind of a dwindling flame thereof. Hey, but alas, there's always a need for someone to call Daryl Dixon dibs on being the best at the, worst. And that's what we did. Daryl Dixon dibs, best of the worst of the internet. Fantastic! Into all of the books not included, historical texts, Josephus, etc., recognitions and homilies. I think you would like digging the Essenes. I'm almost certain that we've read the Essenes. That's what I was wondering if there's a pre. Is the Essenes referred to something else? Is there a name that goes with the Essenes and or who authored it? Because we might have already read that. Okay, we were thinking words like Ecclesiasticles and things of that nature, and I know the name thereof. Okay, and if it's a portion or some of those authors thereabout when that was written, or if it's a portion of a larger text, such as you look at the Pentateuch, right? You got in the Old Testament and stuff. You got Genesis, Numbers, Deuteronomy, all those. Okay, you got the first 5. If Essenes falls into the category of someone else's bigger works, group of people, okay, all right, not the Council of is it the Council of Essenes? Oh, okay, all right. The group of people lived. Hey, perfect. Well, now you've piqued our interest. Yes, all right. Mount Carmel. All right. Fantastic. We would entirely dig that. Thank you. We knew Mount Carmel. Yes, fantastic. Fantastic. Okay, now from what we always were told from the Dead Sea Scrolls and such or whatever is not necessarily, part of me wants to say we saw a documentary or something that probably was covering part of the Essenes, but we recollect not the naming of the group. But obviously, with them being found when they were, between 50s, 70s, whatever, with them being found when they were, you got the story of someone walking by and just kind of bopping in the caves and then finding them and such, right? Or whatever. So, yes, we saw a documentary where, it was kind of overlooked and watched at because someone had pointed out, we don't know who, or we recollect not who it was, that with the location of where the caves were, where the Dead Sea Scrolls were found, is very, 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 very close in proximity to an entire settlement, okay, or town or city of current existence, all right? So for the length of time to have passed without anyone going in there and finding it, there is some conspiracy that this is all for entertainment, there's some conspiracy that the Dead Sea Scrolls themselves might not be there in what they are said to be. Now, we know not, we claim not, we just read what is available, but we'll definitely look into that scenes because any kind of that stuff, any kind of Knights Templar type of hoopla, especially anything that attaches to getting to Ethiopia with any of that stuff, because you start looking at the Ethiopian Bible and stuff like that, there's a lot of some neat stuff there as far as vocalized tellings of stories and things of that nature. Fantastic stuff. The Essenes will make our list of things to check into. We shall add it to the list. Excellent. Thank you for the information, as we always enjoy getting our list longer than what it should be. We'll never catch up. That's good. It'll keep us busy until we die. Good. Stop doing the show. Hey! Jerks. Internet, where would we be without you? Not having as much fun, that's for sure. Yeah. Anyhow, I guess we didn't really talk a lot about music, but we did get to peddle our wares some and things of that nature, and hell, we got something else to go look into and research upon and look at, What we would like to do one day is lay out all of the mountains. You mentioned Mount Carmel. You have a lot of mountains, okay? Mount Zion, Mount Olympus, from different cultures, different regions, different areas. We would love to get a map with all of those on it and look at them all and see where specifically different cultures named ones that we know of that are in existence. That would be very interesting to see, because with that, you could correlate that data to descriptions and accounts thereof. Find some pretty cool information that way. Sounds like a great job. Someone else should do it, not us. But we would love to see that work. Anyhow, we got this much go juice left and we'll be going. Anyone has anything cool to add or say, go ahead. Shall be cool or not, doesn't matter. You know, we're just here to hang out. We're here to have a good time, or provide that of which you need to keep on in the background when you leave your house so that your pets don't get bored. Like, oh, hey, I got to go to work. Better put this stream on in the background and haul ass. Like, yeah, that's great. We get the view. YouTube eventually gives us fractions and fractions of cents at a time. Bada boom, bada bing. It all works out. Don't matter, internet. Doesn't matter at all. What does matter is that we need to try, before we leave, to think of Epic Concerts Halloween. Okay? Now, we talked Hocus Pocus. Obviously, what drew you here? The Sanderson sisters. What draws everyone here? You got Hocus Pocus and Hocus Pocus 2, okay? Both complete with musical numbers that provided that of which were fantastic, okay, for Halloween musical endeavors, okay? Now you got to say to yourself, what else, as of late, as of recently, possibly has that of a Halloween experience of such in it, okay? And we're at a loss to think of entire movies or shows, with the exception of something like Wednesday on Netflix, where she does her little dances at school and stuff like that. Even though Wednesday of the two that they break up and put out 4 episodes, like, oh, the other rest of the season coming in like a week or two. You jerks, Netflix. Put that shit out at once like you're meant to. You already added crappy-ass commercials, stupid Netflix. You got the dances from like that, but that's not really a musical act. That's really an act to music, okay? For musical endeavors to meet the point of notoriety where people can reference them just on a whim, like you can Hocus Pocus or things of that nature, you really need to dive deep. And when you start thinking of times of late, not a lot of stuff strikes us as different musical apparatuses, okay, that put stuff out, with the exception of bands that already do it, that have already done it for some time. You look at bands like Necrogoblicon, those dudes are fantastic, okay? Now, you might be saying, yeah, but they don't wear masks. Well, that's fine. But they look like goblins, so they don't need masks, okay? They inherently are all goblin looking. So you can listen to them and pretty much say it's got a Halloween theme and feel and vibe to it, okay? You can also go into the shock horror, okay? You can go into your Insane Other Clown Posses, your Twisteds, your Boondocks, okay? Your ABKs, whatever. Axe Murder Boys, okay? You got shock horror that's out there that has quite the offering as well into some thematics that are more Halloween-y, kind of horror related. But they're not just a direct, universal, accepted by all of society, like that of Hocus Pocus. Okay? Get out of here. But who cares? Doesn't matter. I don't know. What are we saying? I guess we're saying that there's an opportunity there for a band or an act to universally catch in. Where's the Go Ninja, Go Ninja, Go from Ninja Turtles past, Secret of the Ooze. Okay, your Vanilla Ices, where everyone's like, what? That's what he looks like, you know? Very true. No one knew what Vanilla Ice looked like. This was back where everyone had radio faces, right? They're like, oh, Vanilla Ice is in Ninja Turtles? What part? Singing Go Ninja, Go Ninja, Go. News to everyone, right? That caught it. You have elements of shock horror. You have elements of movies from the past that have captured it. But you don't have anything nowadays that necessarily sticks out. So, the stage is set. All it's going to take is one good movie, and, along the realms of at least Nightmare Before Christmas-y, Edward Scissorhands-y, something like that, maybe. That gets just that universally acceptable song thrown into it, okay? Put to visualization that allows the viewers to embark on that of which is a fantastic journey to take for the Halloween musical time or whatever. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Anyhow, that's pretty much going to do it for us. If you want to get out of here before us, now's a great chance and opportunity. Feel free to now. So we're going to be getting out of here. Don't forget to stop off at Kickstarter and feel free to buy some of our stuff. Before you go. Fantastic opportunity to get a signed copy to give to someone else. Enjoy the book. They won't. But believe you me, who will is us, signing these bad boys and getting them into the hands of those who don't want them, feel obligated to buy them. Yeah. Gotta get it somehow, right? Anyhow, like we said, now's your chance to get out of here before us. We're chugging our go juice from the skulls of our enemies, and we're out of here. Unless someone keeps us around, but it's going to take something really special. Yep, look at that. There's just one sip left after all. Well, better call management and tell them we're clocking out. Hey, we're going home. Clock us out. Excellent. About time they do their job. Well, that's all from us. Hey, you have a great day as well. Thanks for hanging out and stopping by. Feel free to check out some of the new wares we peddle on Kindle Unlimited. I think we have a kid's book on there now. One of our buddies gave us a story. It's great. Or it's not. Just scroll through it. You don't even got to read it. Whatever. Everyone have a good one. Get out of here. Remember, we don't need your subscription. We want your money. Downvote the shit out of this. Go to Kickstarter and give us a buck. Get off our lawn.